When grief hits, one of our first responses can be to run from our feelings. And that was something that I certainly did many years ago. And it's something that even now I can be tempted to do. So this week, yesterday, marked my brother's 65th birthday. And my brother Paul, he died from brain cancer on New Year's Eve 2019. So, yesterday was a day when I felt a little bit challenged. I felt sad. I noticed that I was really missing him, and I decided to face those feelings. What I learned years ago in therapy was that if I face those feelings, then I move through them. If I squash them down, they only go away for a time, and they don't really go away. That's probably not the correct thing to say. They're still there. They're still there just as powerfully as they ever were. And if I keep squashing down feelings upon feelings upon feelings, that's when they come out at times in inappropriate ways or in ways that are not actually connected to the event that's going on. Or they might come out in a way that they are kind of too much for the event that's just happened. There might be something, for example, that is a little bit sad, but you get really, really sad and you can't control your emotions. And that's because we've stuffed them down for so long. Yesterday, I took some time to sit with my feelings and I had a little cry. I checked in with a couple of friends. One asked if I wanted to speak on the phone, and I didn't at that point. And I decided just to sit with it, to do a little bit of journaling, to write a little letter to my brother, to scroll through some old photographs of him and I, of times from years ago when we had fun, from the times after he was diagnosed with his cancer, and the time that we spent together then, and the ones of him and his children. And as I was scrolling through those photos and processing my emotions and feeling really sad and really, really feeling like I was missing him, I had the most wonderful surprise. And that was a message from his daughter in Australia. So I was so overjoyed, so delighted. And we chatted, and it was great. And she asked me for some photographs, which I sent to her. I gave her a bit of a photo bomb of all of the photos I've got of her and her dad, and me and her dad at other times in his life. And it was just the most beautiful thing. It turns out that there was a silver lining to that grief yesterday. And there is always a silver lining. When I think back to when my mother died when I was 12, at that time, and for many years, it was really hard to see the silver lining. But, it was there. Not that it was a great thing that she passed, of course it wasn't. But I grew up really quickly after that, and I learnt a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have learned for years otherwise. And I became strong and resilient. And in my 20s, when I went into therapy, I learned how to deal with my grief in positive ways. And I learned all about the grief cycle and the stages of grief and how important it is to go through all of those stages of grief. So if you're grieving currently and there's something I can help you with, please reach out in the comments or send me an email. If you're not, if you think there might be some grief that perhaps you haven't dealt with, let's talk about that too. It can only help to talk about it. And I know that from working, with coaching clients in the past, it certainly helped them to talk about it. So if I can help you, please let me know. I'd love to hear your story.